Introduction. We are from Group 1 going to present about the analysis data of users of drugs. A drug is any criminal substance that when consumed cause of a change in an organism's physically, including its physically if applicable. The drugs negatively affect social in more ways than one. I'm the first presenter. Hello, my name is PRAGLATHAN GUNASEELAN. My number metric is 17 DIB21F 2042. Present about the drug addicts by type of drug addiction. Is the first diagram example data analysis of bar graph. Secondly, I like to explain about the variables in the bar graph. Firstly, the drug methamphetamine of crystalline used by 11,171 people. The drug amphetamine type of simulants drugs used by 4,166 people, and heroin drugs used by 2,756 people, methamphetamine pills used by 1,078 people, and cannabis or ganja used by 540 people, and the other type of drugs used by 95 people, and the physiotropic pills used by 15 people. Secondly, the most and the least type of drugs used in Malaysia, which is the drastically drugs used in Malaysia drug addicts, is methamphetamine type of crystalline, and the low drugs used by Malaysians are physiotropical pills. Secondly, I like to explain about the variables in the bar graph. Firstly, the drug methamphetamine of crystalline used by 11,171 people. The drug amphetamine type of simulants drugs used by 4,166 people, and heroin drugs used by 2,756 people, methamphetamine pills used by 1,078 people, and cannabis or ganja used by 540 people, and the other type of drugs used by 95 people, and the physiotropic pills used by 15 people. Secondly, the most and the least type of drugs used in Malaysia, which is the drastically drugs used in Malaysia drug addicts, is methamphetamine type of crystalline, and the low drugs used by Malaysians are physiotropical pills. The second data will be broke down of drugs addiction in Malaysia from 2013 to 2022 by the male drug addictors. Diagram shows the line chart of people broke down of drugs addiction into Malaysia from 2013 to 2022 by males drug addiction. Variables. The broke down number of people in 2013 is 20,219 people. The broke down number of people in 2014 is 21,078 people. The breakdown number of people in 2015 is 25,655 people. The breakdown number of people in 2016 is 29,660 people. The breakdown number of people in 2017 is 24,926 people. The breakdown number of people in 2018 is 24,340 people. The breakdown number of people in 2019 is 24,949 people, and the last, the breakdown number of people in 2020 is 1900 and above. Most and the least data shows in the line graph chart are the higher number of breakdown of drug addicts in Malaysia by male drug addiction, which 29,660 people in the year of 2016, and also the data shows the lower number breakdown of drug addiction in Malaysian by male drug addicts, which 90,669 people in the year of 2020. Now we are going to look at the comparison for the line chart. From the year of 2016 to 2014, the number of breakdown of drug addiction in Malaysia by male drug addicts slightly increased. In the 2016, the number of breakdown drug addicts in Malaysia by male drug addiction is slightly increased slightly. The data shows from 2016 to 2017, the line chart is slowly decrease. In conclusion, the data on drug addiction in Malaysia from 2013 to 2022 shows a good result on people who broke down from the drug addiction.
Hi madam, my name is DEVASREE, daughter of GANESAN. My matric number 17 DIB21F2024. I am from class DIB4A. Today I want to present about the sources to get drugs according to the pie chart below. Two futures and variables. The pie chart shows 38.4% of sources to get drugs is bought from someone. 33.1% give someone else money but buy it from them for them. 14.9% shows to get drugs is by store. 13.9% to get drugs is by friends, and last 9.7% shows to get drugs is by other ways. Most and least popular result. Pie chart shows 38.4% bought from someone, slightly more than other sources to get drugs. The least result is 9.7%. Other ways is less than other sources to get the drugs. Three comparisons. Firstly, pie chart shows sources to get drugs bought from someone is slightly more than sources to get drugs from store. Second, sources to get drugs from other ways is below than sources to get drugs from friends. Thirdly, sources to get drugs by give someone else money to buy it for them is slightly lower than from sources brought from someone. As a conclusion, the survey was conducted from June 12 to July 8, 2022, focusing on students aged 13 to 17 years. Diagram 4 shows the single horizontal bar chart shows the drug addiction cases according to the state in Malaysia. Futures and variables are 11.0% of drug addiction cases in Kedah according to the state in Malaysia. Then 10.8% drugs addiction cases in Johor, 9.9% drug addiction cases in Selangor, 9.8% drug addiction cases in Terengganu, 9.6% of drug addiction cases is in Kelantan, 8.6% of drug addiction cases in Pahang, 8.0% drug addiction cases in Perak, 6.6% drug addiction cases in Penang, 5.5% cases in Sabah, 5.1% drug addiction cases in Negeri Sembilan, 4.8% of drug addiction cases in Kuala Lumpur, 4.6% drug addiction cases in Sarawak, and lastly 1.5% of drug addiction cases in Perlis. Most and least popular result. Kedah records the highest number of drug addiction cases, and the least is Perlis record the lowest drug addiction cases according to the state in Malaysia. Key comparisons. Firstly, drug addiction cases in Johor fractionally lower than in Kedah. Drug addiction cases in Pahang literally much higher than Perak. Third is the number of drug addiction cases in Negeri Sembilan slightly lower than Sabah. The conclusion of single horizontal bar graph in Kedah state record the highest rate of drug addiction cases compared to other states.
So welcome and hi everyone. Today I want to present about drug using a bar graph and pie chart. So this is the bar graph. Title or the bar graph is the Drug and Substance Abuse and Addict for January 2022 until September 2022 by academic qualification. There is a 4 category in this graph. Firstly is the primary education, secondly is the secondary education, thirdly is tertiary education, fourthly is no schooling. So the sources for this bar graph I take from the National Anti-Drugs Agency and the website. So the title of this bar graph is, this graph shows the drugs and substance abuse and addict for January 2022 until September 2022 by academic qualifications. Secondly is the features about the bar graph is the number of drug addicts by primary education is 11,285 people. The number of drug addicts by secondary education is 83,957 people. The number of drug addicts in tertiary education is 5,437 people. The drug addict by no schooling is 28,430 people. the higher drug and substance abuser and addict by academic qualification is secondary education. For the lower drug and substance abuser and addict by academic qualification is tertiary education, like university and college. So there are three comparison that can make based on this bar graph. So firstly, a drug addict by tertiary education is dramatically lower than secondary education. Secondly, the drug addicts by secondary education is greatly higher than primary education. The drug addict by new schooling is considerably higher than the tertiary education. So, for the conclusion of this bar graph about drugs by academic qualifications, in conclusion, people with secondary education are slightly more likely to take drugs and become drug addicts and substance abusers in Malaysia in 2032. So let's get to second chart or graph. This is a pie chart about a drug and substance abuser and addict for January 2022 until September 2022 by occupation. There is a 9 occupation that can relate of drug addicts. So first thing is the retiree, secondly is student, thirdly is civil servant, fourth part-time, 5 is the no profession, 6 a laborer, 7 is self-employed, 8 is unemployed, 9 is private sector. So the title for this pie chart is this chart show the drug and substance abuser and addict for January 2022 until September 2022 by occupation. So the features for this pie chart is 0.2% of retirees become the drug addicts, 0.3% of students become the drug addicts, 0.9% of civil servants become drug addicts, 3.9% of part-time workers become drug addicts, 12.2% of no-profession become drug addicts. Next is the percentage of drug addicts by laborer is 30.7%. The percentage of drug addict by self-employed is 80.7%. The percentage of drug addicts by employed is 24%. And the percentage of the drug addicts in private sector is 26.1%. So the higher drug and substance abuser and addicts by occupation in the occupation is the private sector. The lower drug and substance abuser and addict by occupation is retiring. So the comparison that can we make in this pie chart about a drug addict by occupation is 24% of drug addicts were unemployed. Secondly is exactly 10 of the drug addict is no profession. Thirdly or lastly, slightly over a fifth of drug addicts are self-employed. So conclusion for this pie chart is in conclusion, people who work in the private sector have the highest rate of drug addicts and substance abuser in Malaysia for 2022. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to my lecturer. Let me introduce myself first. My name is DINIE Harith bin Abdul Rahim and my matrix number is 17 DIB 21F 20 and 14. And today I will be presenting my bar graph and my pie chart.
about drugs. So my diagram on 7 here, as you can see, I'll take the theme or the reasons given by addicts for initially drugs in Malaysia. So as you can see here, we got a few variable of the type they take because of the take of the drugs. As you can see, the first one is influence of friends. As you can see here, the numbers of amount is 8,923, and the second is curiosity with 4,232, and the third one is the pleasure, 2,185, and number 4 we got the depression, 2,488. We got the others, 2,084, and we got pain relief, 1,026. The second last is the stimulation is 169, and last but not least is inadvertent, which is 6. So this is because of the reason given by the drug addicts. So after I do the analysis of my reason of my team, the reason given by the drug addicts. As you can see here, we got the bar graph of my data analysis. So of course, my introduction title is a reason given by addicts for initially using drug in Malaysia. So for the two features, as you can see here, we got the drastically higher reasons given by addicts were influenced by their own friends. As you can see there, they using the drugs, most likely they follow because of their friends. So the second one is we got a little lowest reasons given by addicts were inadvertent use. As you can see from the graph before, the lowest one is the inadvertent use. So for the three comparison here, we got the first one is reason given by addicts of influence by their own friends significantly higher than curiosity. So the second one is reasons given by addicts of curiosity a little higher than pleasure, and the last one is reasons given by addicts of depression a little lower than pleasure. So for the conclusion is the Malaysian taking the drugs by many reasons according to the statistic from my my analysis here. As you can see here, the higher one is the influence by their own friends, and the lowest one is inadvertent use. So the next one is data analysis die bar chart. So as you can see here, we got 3 types of the drug addicts detected according to age category in Malaysia. So as you can see, my sources, you can see the link from there. So we got the 3 types of the drug addicts of the age. So the first one, we got the teenagers, which is 13 to 18 years old, and as you can see here, 0.89%. So the second one we got here is adults, which is 40 years old above, which is 23.2%, and we got youth, which is 19 to 39 years old, which is the percentage is 75.9%. So as you can see here, this is my data analysis of the bar graph, the drug addicts by the age of the category. So the introduction title, which is drug addicts detected according to age category in Malaysia. So for the 2 features is data shows that higher drugs addicted by youth more than teenagers, and the second one is we got data shows that drugs addicted by the adults more than the teenagers. So for the 3 comparison here, I got reasons given by drugs addicted by age is the youth over than the adults, and reason given by drug addicts by age is the teenagers less than the youth, and the last one, reason given by drug addicts by age is the adult is more than the teenagers. So the conclusion is the youth in Malaysia take the highest rates of drug addicted than the adult and the teenagers. So that means that the drug addicts in Malaysia by category, age category, is the highest one is as you can see here, the youth, which is 75.9%. The second lowest is 23.2%, and last but not least, the teenagers 0.89%, which is total up to 100%. Thank you very much.
In conclusion, analyzing data on drug users requires a comprehensive and nuanced approach. It should be conducted with the utmost respect for privacy and ethical standards, considering the broader context, health implication, policy consideration, and deserved perspective. The goal should to be contribute to a better understanding of the issues and, when applicable, to inform evidence-based interventional and policy.